The sounds out of sync here, so I'm going to have to do a voiceover. It's only going to do it when flying. So basically, I was saying here, well, I'm at Bristol Airport, and that I'm going to be flying for the first time. Yes, absolutely flying for the first time, and I was absolutely bricking it. Despite I'd say I was looking quite calm there, but I wasn't actually really calm. I was actually quite nervous, quite anxious, and all that. Hannah and Karen to the side, they were like in front of the camera. So I was just saying, subscribe to their channels, as I'll leave them down in the link description below. And then there's me just saying that we've gone through security, that was alright, going through it for the first time ever. And that going through duty free, looking for where we can fill up our waters for our water bottles. Everything was looking expensive. Yeah, very expensive in duty free. You thought it being duty free, it would be cheaper. But no, it's more expensive. Just showing around some more duty free stuff there. You can catch my reflection there. And then that was just me waiting outside the toilets where Hannah and Karen had gone to the toilet. There was quite a long queue, so I was waiting for a while. I actually left to then go use the toilet myself, but there was too long a wait at these toilets, so I had to go all the way downstairs and all the way to Terminal 1, I think it was, and used the toilets over there and came all the way back, and they were sitting down waiting for me. I was just saying how nervous I was, how sweaty I was, and I was hoping that we could find something we could have a cup of tea or coffee or something, and we did. This is us walking down to the plane. So you can see it's a Ryanair flight. The crew were absolutely brilliant. We all walked down the same bit. It's a really wet, windy weather. It's bitten with rain as well. We was walking out there. It had been raining the night before as well. I could see a Jet 2 fin there, just taxiing. And there's one taking off. There it is. There off it goes. See a bit from the rain from the wheels there as it was taking off. At this point I'm really, really nervous. There's the engine as well as it twirls around. A lot of people getting on the front, not that many were getting on the back, so there's a bigger queue at the front than there was at the back. I'm going upstairs, my body's screaming run, just leave, just run. I was actually really, really nervous here. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. Because not only do I have a fear of flying, but I have a fear of heights as well. So it's like I'm dealing with two lots of
cas de dépressurisation,
fears at the same
des masques à
time.
oxygène
And here we
tomberont
are, taxiing
automatiquement des
off.
panneaux au-dessus de vos têtes. Restez assis et tirez fermement sur le masque pour démarrer le flux d'oxygène. Ne vous inquiétez pas si le sac ne se gonfle pas. L'oxygène circule. Ajustez. Vous êtes assis, car elle contient des informations de sécurité importantes spécifiques à ce type d'avion. Il est essentiel que les signaux dans la cabine.
EasyJet plane there. That was what took off earlier, was an EasyJet, not a Jet 2. We saw a Jet 2 taxiing in, so that's the EasyJet going. We're getting ready to go now, just lining up. We had to wait for another plane to land. And you really feel the engine. Once the engine starts going and pushing us, you really feel it, even in your seat. As we're taking off, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. Wow. No turning back now. Believe me, I wasn't laughing inside my head. I was just trying to keep as calm as possible. I didn't want to have a panic attack. I didn't want to ruin the experience for Hannah and Karen. So, and this we are taking off. Look at that. It's like, oh my god. Above the trees, above the ground, into the clouds. I'm now the highest I've ever been. Whether it's been in a building or on a roller coaster, I'm now the highest I've ever been going through the clouds. At some points I wasn't even looking out the window. I'm I'm sat by the window here. I'm not even looking. I've got the camera pointing, but I'm not even looking at some points. As we go through the clouds, I kept looking to the side of my eye as we go through the clouds. I did turn my head just at the right time, so I've probably just turned my head about here, even though I'm still holding the camera quite steady. And as you can see, as we're about to come up, look at this, up through the clouds, and wow, look at that blue sky, and you feel the sun as well. You know, after being in the cold, windy, and you know, rain spitting down on you, up into the blue sky, it's like, oh my god, and you feel that heat hit you as well. Damn. And that's what when I felt that sun hit me, and I'm looking out there at the blue sky above the clouds, I was like, damn, wow, oh my god, wow. Yet my heart's still beating at 10 to a dozen. I'm trying to stay as calm as possible and look as calm as possible. I went to the toilet so many times on this flight. Yeah, because you can feel us going up. I didn't like that. I didn't like that feeling of us climbing up like that, because we're already above the clouds, and now we're climbing as well, and we're turning a bit as well. We're slightly banking to the right. And now he's looking down as well. Like I said, I was actually at the next to the window to start off with, and then it was Hannah, then it was Karen, but because I was getting up to go to the toilet so many times, I let Karen go sit next to the window, which I thought was only fair, because Hannah was going to sit next to the window on the way back. So I sat through the window through takeoff and a bit through the flight, and I thought, you know, I'm going to keep getting up to go to the toilet, because that's what happens when I'm nervous and anxious and that. So I thought I'd only prefer to let Karen take the rest of the flight next to the window. See my lovely legs then as well.
I can see the land over there.
I don't know what I was doing on the camera there. It's looking out the window as well. You can see the clouds. Look at that. Look above. We're even higher above the clouds. Look how high above the clouds we are. I was like, wow. I couldn't believe how high. You know, I knew it was going to be high, but I didn't know we'd be high above the clouds. I think here we're above France here, I think. I'm actually in the other seat now during this. I'm pretty sure I'm like leaning over to look over, because I'm not right by the window here. So yeah, I'm leaning over now to get some videos and pictures. To my Facebook friends, you can actually see the pictures on my Facebook in my albums. And it's like, oh my god, I couldn't believe this. I didn't like the taking off. I didn't like the sharp banking or the sharp accelerating upwards. I wasn't too bad looking out the window, like from afar. I felt a bit sick when I was next to the window, I have to admit. But looking at it from afar, it did seem better a bit. You can see the snow on the mountains there as well. And now you can see the coast there as well. So we're now near France. No, we're in France, we're above France. And we're getting ready to land. You can see a river down there as well. I love the landing. I have to admit, I absolutely love the landing. I always thought, you know, planes just glide down when they landed, but no, it was like going down steps when we were landing. It's like, oh my god, it's like sharp drops as if you was going down some steps, and that was actually quite fun. I think at some point you hear Karen go whee as we come into land as well. I can't actually hear that while I'm recording this voiceover. I can't actually hear the in-video stuff, which is a bit annoying, because then I can't react to it. It's a bit weird when we was banking to turn round, because being up on the left side and we're banking to the right, it's like you look to the other people in the other seat and you can see straight down the window, because you do bank quite sharply when coming down to the airport. So zooming in there to have a look at some of the more close up of the places there. And here we are coming into land. Even with my seatbelt on, me, Hannah and Can all got our phones to the window as we come into land. I think it's somewhere along here that Karen said, "Whee!" See the flaps up as well. As we touch down here as well, it's just amazing. I'm thinking, I finally did it. You know, I actually did it, and I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. But I've actually flown for the first time in my life. Wow. And here we are getting off. The heat hit you right away. The heat, wow. You know,
Whoa.
the heat really got you here.
On my legs.
It's like, oh my god. The airport's so small, I don't know why. And I was running down the steps.
Oh, you feel it from there. You feel it from the engine.
Just try and look at the airport, look at the plane, look around, and look, you can see how small the airport is. I mean, I thought Bristol Airport was kind of small compared to, you know, the big airports. But this, you know, look at the blue skies. This was a small airport. And this is just me saying how I, you know, just talking about the flight, how I felt during the flight, you know, feeling a bit queasy and that, how I didn't like the takeoff, and I wasn't too bad during the flight apart from getting to the toilet, and how much I loved the landing, and just talking about how the adventure is about to begin. So thank you for joining me on this video. We've got more holiday videos coming up. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep up to date with all future content. And I shall see you in the next one.